culture reference. Sorry.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing? Also, I got this fancy little not fancy, but it's I put a QR code up here with my link tree. I'm trying to be more professional there. I'm only gonna do it like probably the intro and outro, but I thought it was cool. So there you go. You can scan it. But let me say hi to everybody. Happy Thursday. Matthew, Donna Hall, what's up, Donna? Hertz, Keely Chow. Good early morning from Hong Kong. What time is it over there, Keely? It's 12 p.m. over here, so it's the afternoon. Nearsighted Cyclops, GRP, Terra Crystal, Deranged Lunatic, Power Keg Greg, Shadow, Wallfish, Andrew. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope so far your week has been great. We're almost there. It's almost Saturday, so weekend's coming. It's 1:02 a.m., Keely. Wow. Well, thanks for hanging out. Goodness. Well, what's up, MTV Steve? Well, maybe this is a good time to make my little announcement. I'm gonna give more details soon. Um, but I'm working on a nighttime show that's gonna be happening very soon, and I'm really excited about it. I'll give more details, as they you know, when I get things finished and, like, the time and day set and everything, but yeah, it's gonna be, like, a late night, like, 11 PM Eastern. So it's gonna be very late, not super long because I'm gonna drain myself, but I think it's a fun idea, so I hope you guys like it. I know a lot of you may be asleep and you might miss it, but, it'll still be up and you can watch the video later. Um, do I did get my package, Tara. Thank you so much for, the Audrey cookbook and the hat. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to cook some food from that book. It's very interesting because it's exactly what I thought it would be. Because Audrey Hepburn traveled a lot throughout her career, so she has a lot of different dishes that I can't wait to give a try. And Mongoose, thank you so much for dropping my Patreon over on Kick. And speaking of that, here is I have it pinned, but, um my Patreon, that's where I'll have a lot of, like, the cooking videos and everything because I'm not, positive what I wanna do with the Wicked Manja channel just yet, but I do know that I'm having a really good time over on Patreon, and I love that you guys are supporting me, so I wanna give you as much content over there as I can, so it's gonna be a little bit of everything. I'm having so much fun, like, I'm so happy that I decided to get back onto Patreon. Hello, Cranberry. So yes, I'm also excited for the nighttime show. It's not gonna be every week, it's gonna be twice a month because I have too much going on to where if I'm doing that even every week, I need to catch up on sleep a little, So it'll be a late night show twice a month, probably exclusively on YouTube. I'm thinking. I'm possibly Kicked, but it's most likely just gonna be on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. If you're on Patreon, you'll get all the updates because I am gonna be talking to my patrons over there more about it before I, launch it because I love getting your guys' opinions. Like, basically, my Patreon's gonna kinda control what's going on with that, which I think is great, and I'm excited. So, yeah. Alright. Moving on. So, Jacob Elordi is possibly gonna be Bond. So, yeah, I feel like I'm one of the only people that kinda has, a positive something positive to say about this. It's not that I think that he would be a perfect Bond or anything like that. I think he's a good actor. I think he can have the look. Everyone's talking about his look, but really they can in the makeup department and, hair, they can make him look like Bond. They can give him a clean cut look. I know overall his look is a little bit more like scruffy and like rugged, messy guy, which is totally fine for him, but they can change that. So that critique, just I'm throwing that right out the window. I because they can make him look like Bond. I know another critique is I think he's like 6 he's very tall, like 6'3" or something. How tall is Jacob Elordi? I'm pretty sure it's like 6'3". Oh, no, 6'5". I was off. So he is a giant. So he'll be the tallest Bond to date, but also I am not, like, the biggest Bond fan. I know, crazy, a girl that doesn't know about a man's franchise. Pierce Brosnan was my Bond growing up, so, that's the only one I've watched. I love GoldenEye. I'm sure I would love the other Bonds, but I find it kinda funny when I say, like, "I haven't watched the old Bonds," and people are like, "You haven't?" And I'm like, that'd be like me being like, "You haven't watched Legally Blonde?" to men, you know? It's a guy franchise that women happen to enjoy, and I do like GoldenEye, and eventually down the line, I will see, the other James Bond movies, but, my overall take on this is let's give it a chance, right? The fact that it's a male isn't that's good because they were, like, talking about making a female Bond, which nobody wants. Nobody really wants that, okay? Even the people that say they want it, they don't want it. Just shut up. So, we got a guy. Plus, he's Australian, so, I mean, I think I do agree with keeping it, like, British is a better idea, but again, we could do worse, so we'll see what he can do with the role. I think that he's a good actor, so let's give him a chance. That's my take. That's my pitch. Let's give him a chance, and I know people are like, "Oh, no, a Gen Z Bond." Well, Gen Z is the, younger adult generation right now, so it kinda makes sense if they wanna continue to make Bond movies with the same one, like, same guy for a little bit. So, and he would not be who was I was gonna I'm glad Mo's in here. Who was it? Because I said, I'm not very savvy on the Bond stuff. So someone, mentioned that, but we didn't say who it was. Vera said that last night, I think, that he wasn't the first Australian Bond. So which one? Mo's the resident movie guy, like, he knows everything. And also, hello, everyone that just snuck in. What's up, Tommy, Shane? How's everyone doing? Morgan? Oh, there we go. Wallfish's got it. George Lazenby? Hold on, I gotta look that up. George let's see what he looks like. George Lazenby, oh, yeah, that's some he looks the role for Bond. Hold on. Let me pull up, a Bond image for you. Yeah, perfectly fine. Look, see? Looks like Bond. Now, the one thing that Jacob Elordi has is, you know, on him with that would be the height, right? How tall is George Lansby still alive? I think he might be. Let's see what his height 6'2". Okay, so he's kind of tall too. If Jacob Elordi takes the role, he's still going to be the tallest Bond to date, but he is still alive. It says he's 86. Wow, good for him. What's up, faithful geek? You trying to start stuff, Tommy? Frankenstein as Bond. Lazenby was in one film, and I honestly don't even count him, really, so he's only in one. Alright. Wicked for a Bond girl, though, 100%. I'm saying Sydney Sweeney should think about it. They probably aren't gonna if he's James Bond, they probably won't cast them together because they're in Euphoria together. They're actually getting married in the show. So, maybe they won't do that, but they already know each other and probably work well together, so it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think putting Sydney Sweeney as a Bond girl would be a good idea. I don't know. I don't know, though. We'll see. Um, disprove for a Bond girl. I mean, he's got the hair flip down, so yeah. I don't know, but yeah, hello. What's up, everyone that just came in? Faithful Geek, how are you? Crocodile Bundy, Ian. I know, Ian for a Bond. That's what we're pushing for. We'll never give up hope. We'll never give up. Ian's Scottish, so it works, just like Sean Connery. Anyways, what do you let me know what you guys think about it. I so far you guys don't seem to be so negative about it. We just gotta see if he can, pull it off. I don't know. Give him a chance. But again, like I said, I'm not the biggest Bond fan. Not that I'm not one. I need to watch the older movies. I like Pierce Brosnan. That's my favorite Bond. But yeah. We don't know if he got the role. We're just talking about that he was offered the role. He was offered it. Did he accept it? We don't know. It would be kind of silly for him not to, in my opinion. And yeah, that's my thing. It could have been a lot worse. The fact that it's a guy is a good start, and then it's not American. I don't want an American Bond. It just would feel weird. Did you see the new pirate game Windrose has a demo? I did not see that. I'll have to look that up. I kinda wanna see Willem Dafoe as a Bond villain. It's funny that you bring up Willem Dafoe. We're gonna switch gears for a second here. I don't know if this video is fake. I don't think it is, but it could be. I don't really trust anything on the internet, so but if it's, like, for real, I thought it was kinda interesting. This guy, uh because a lot of people do, like, especially, like, in New York City, where they just, like, walk up and interview people, right, or, like, ask questions. Seems like it's, like, kind of legit, but either way, we're gonna watch it. It's just a quick little, like, 48-second video, of somebody coming up to Willem Dafoe and just, like, asking him a couple questions, and the caption was where is it? "Imagine meeting Willem Dafoe and not realizing who he is." Yeah.
Excuse me, I love your outfit. What do you do for work?
Sorry about the audio. The guy's probably got, like, one of those little baby mics up to his mouth, so sorry about that.
I'm an actor.
Really? What's your name? Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, Willem.
Got you. What do you love about your job?
What?
What do you like about your job?
It's always different. Nothing's ever the same.
No day's the same.
Yeah.
Got you. For someone who's getting into your career, what advice can you tell them?
I don't give advice.
You don't give advice?
No, everybody's got to find their own way.
That's true.
Just enjoy.
How do you want to be remembered?
I don't think about that.
Don't think about that?
No.
And then last but not least, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Any movies that we know about?
What?
And where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time thinking beyond tomorrow.
Got
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much. I love you.
I hope you.
You're an amazing person.
He did say at the end, "I love your work." Okay, so I don't know why they put in the caption. Maybe he didn't realize who it was at first, right? Because he's been in so much. Like, that face is so recognizable. Like, even if you haven't seen a movie that he's in, I know you can't help but like him. I agree with that. But even if you haven't seen a movie he's in, which you're sleeping if you haven't seen a Willem Dafoe movie, like, come on. But he has a face that you're like a movie star or something, right? You know what I mean? Like, you just know. But he seems so just down to earth, and I like that advice. He's like, "I don't give advice, like, find your own way." That's pretty interesting because he could have just done the regular stuff that, conversation that, like, an actor would have with someone, like, "Keep chasing your dreams, never give up." Things like that, but he's like, "Yeah, I just don't give advice, man, and, I'm not even thinking about tomorrow," which I feel that. I feel that. Some obviously, like, planning is good, but I feel that sometimes we get kind of lost in thinking way too far in the future, right? And, like, you don't live for now and you miss so much. If that makes sense. I'm not trying to get deep here, but I feel like that's kind of what he means. Like, he's just rolling with it. And sometimes that's how you got to be to get through the world. Does that make sense? For me, it's his voice, very distinct. Yes. Ian can play Will. How do you wanna be remembered? Ask a guy who doesn't remember him. That's what I mean, like, I don't know, 'cause the caption says, "Imagine meeting Willem Dafoe and not realizing who he is," but then he ends it like, "I love your work. I love you," whatever the guy said, so, I don't know. I don't know if he knew who he was when he first initiated the conversation, or if he's like, "Wait a minute," he realized it, and someone did say something as they walked by, they might have been like, "It's Willem Dafoe, like, I love you," and then he's like, "Oh, that's who that is," and then, like, kinda clicked. I don't know. But Willem Dafoe, man, I we just watched speaking of that, with my Patreon members, we just watched the first Spider-Man on Sunday, and it was so much fun. I mean, I watch that, like, at least once a year, I'm not even gonna lie. That's one of my favorite movies, it's a comfort movie of mine, that one and 2. So, just watching that, every time, it's like I get reminded, even though I already know that Willem Dafoe is fantastic in that movie, and he's such a good actor, every time I rewatch it, I'm just like, "Man, he is so good." That's the reason why there was actually a poll. Let me see if I can bring it up since we're onto it. I think that was another person walking. That's what I mean. Like, somebody was walking by in the background. I think they might have been like, "Hey, it's Willem Dafoe," and then the guy's like, "Oh, right, that's who you are." It could have been like a really young person that doesn't know him. I don't know. Let me see if I can find this. I should have brought it up. I love the no context Toby Maguire page on X, by the way. Like, if you're not following that, you should. It's hilarious. He posts a lot, though. I'm guessing it's a he. Could be a she. Maybe I run the page. Just kidding. I don't. But they asked a question on here that I responded to, but I can't find. Maybe I should. You know what would be easier? I don't reply. I don't do too much on Twitter. If I just look at my replies, I'll probably find it easier. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Uh, let's see. Here. Oh, nope. That's not it. I do retweet a lot of their stuff. So that's why I'm like, is that it? Here it is. Okay, found it. Thanks for holding, chat. So they put up a poll. What's up, Kings? Guy's contest that guy's content is all like that. He asks people what they do, and they usually are super rich or famous. Okay, and you think it's staged. So it's the same guy then, huh? I'm like, it's hard to tell these days. Usually, I lean towards like this is stage or like this is AI, like that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, because that's where we are. But this right here, let's settle this once and for all. Drop your arguments in the comments. Now, the 14% that picked Spider-Man 3 as their favorite, that's wild to me. That's wild to me because that we could have gotten a fantastic, not to go on a Spider-Man rant again. We could have gotten an amazing Spider-Man 3 if they would have just let Sam Raimi do his original vision. He wanted to focus on the Sinister Six and Goblin Jr. Like that's what he wanted. And they're like, no, they made him throw Venom in there, and he admitted to knowing nothing about Venom. He didn't know about the character, which it shows in Spider-Man 3. And then also Gwen Stacy, like that just thrown in. They were bullied into it by Bully Maguire, yeah. And so I mean, way too much characters. If he could have just focused on what he wanted, I think it would have been fantastic. I mean, 1 and 2 were fantastic. So why mess with the formula? The higher ups, they're stupid. They don't know what they're doing, but yet they still put themselves in. So I want to know your guys' opinion. Like, just put 1 or 2, because we know 3 is not a part of this. Which one do you like more? It's very close for me, but 1 will always just slightly be over 2 because that was I mean, I wouldn't say it created this genre, right? Because there was already Superman stuff, like superhero stuff, but it set the bar. It definitely set the bar. Um, so yeah, which is your favorite out of them? 1, 2, or 3? Put in the chat. I'm just curious. I think 2 is gonna win, because I mean it did right here. I picked 1. Um, But so I even put it in here that I have to go with Spider-Man 1. It holds such a special place in my heart. Willem Dafoe made the Green Goblin my favorite Marvel villain. Admittedly, Spider-Man 2 was also a masterpiece. Peter hitting rock bottom and having to learn how to be a hero again was fantastic. Like they did such a good job with it. I wouldn't be mad like if someone's like, no, 2 is better. I'm like, fair, that's fair. It's so good. But for me, now if the Goblin wasn't in 1, I think 2 would be my favorite. I still like 1. I don't know what route they would have came at with it, or if it wasn't a Willem Dafoe Goblin, it might have changed my opinion on it. But it was just so good, and it still holds up so well. Even the CGI, it's like there's a couple scenes where it's like, oh, like you giggle a little bit, but it's not much worse than what we get now. But there's more scenes that the CGI is just fantastic. The writing, I think Sam Raimi, the route that he took with Spider-Man was my favorite. Because, in the comics, at least the original comics, maybe not so much. I don't really read the newer ones. Peter's life just sucks, and they all write him that way. I mean, like, Uncle Ben dies, there's even comics where he dies. Like it's insane. There's so much to go with it, but overall, Peter's life just sucks, and I think that's another reason why he's a favorite. He's my favorite superhero altogether because it's more relatable, right? Like he's got superpowers. Of course, that's not relatable, but he gets down and out so much, but he always picks himself back up, and that's something to look up to, Like Spider-Man's just freaking fantastic, man. I love Spider-Man. Not Tom Holland so much. I think it's more of like a Gen Z thing, the people that like Tom Holland more. He's not bad at all, but he's no Toby. Like I can't understand how you could watch the Toby Spider-Mans and then Tom Holland and say that he's better. He's not a better Peter. Nope. You can never convince me of that. The way Sam had that story told was really good, especially in 2. So my point of like Peter getting down and out and then picking himself back up, 2 reflects on that even more heavily. So good. Let's see what you guys are saying. 2, but you can't have 2 without 1. 2 is slightly more than 1 for me. 1 sets a template for the superhero movies to come. 2 is simply a really good sequel to what they already made. That's a good way to put it. That's how I feel. I know, the train scene is so amazing, like, he's just a kid that scene is so good. And then the little girl in 2 when he doesn't have his powers, but he still goes in to save her from the fire, and they fall through the floor, and he just kinda, like, chucks her up, and then she's, like, pulling him, trying to help him up. I'm like, "Ah, my heart." It's so the writing is so, so good. And I like Doc Ock. He's not better. He's not better than, Willem Dafoe, but I still liked him, and I loved how they ended their story in No Way Home. I really liked No Way Home. I don't think there's gonna be, especially not in recent Marvel times, um, a better movie, but, Sony had something to do with that, so I feel like that's part of it. Hold on a second. Jay sent me a video, an AI video that I wanna watch with you guys, and since we're going on a Spider-Man rant, Helen comes up short. Yeah. I told you guys I had a friend that says, and this isn't a Gen Z friend, that thinks Tom Holland is the superior Spider-Man. I almost said Superman. And I'm like, I'm not sure if we can be friends anymore, but it's okay. People can have bad takes. But anyways, I don't know if you guys saw this. Jay sent this to me, and AI is wild. But how can anyone argue that AI won't be the future of cinema at this point? This is a like old man Peter Parker. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Peter, this was supposed to be over.
You know why
Man, I hope the music doesn't get me. I might have to take this off because there's I think that's a song in the background.
it's not.
We'll see.
I hurt
Oh, yeah, it is.
myself.
Crap. Hold on. Let's just watch it, okay? We're just gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to take it down or I'm gonna get my video blocked if I keep the sound up. So let's just look at it because we're looking at the AI, okay? I don't want to deal with the noir. Spider-Man got me last week. I watched the noir video, and it blocked it. I don't care if there's revenue sharing, but when it blocks the video, I don't like that. Absolutely. So I might have even already got it just from the one line. But we're just looking at the fact that this is freaking AI. It's you can see parts of it, but it's still holy crap. This is where we are now. Yeah. In 5 years, I could see just straight up AI movies being made. So this definitely has old man Logan vibes. And it's interesting. I wouldn't mind getting a Spider-Man 4 if it was Sam Raimi. 1000% has to be Sam Raimi, and they need to give him free reign to do whatever he wants. Yeah, it's still playing the music. That's what I thought I would check. This is actually not bad. It's not. We're just looking at it for the visual, so I guess we don't need to hear the Johnny Cash music. It kind of stinks that they put the Johnny Cash music on, but I guess they're going for a vibe. But yeah, this look at that. That looks get the watch again out of here. Here we go. Pause. I'm trying to get that looks like he did in No Way Home. Very good. I would watch it. But like I said, if they touched Tobey's Spider-Man again, it has to be Sam Raimi. A full-on movie. It's different having him do cameos, in No Way Home and stuff, and he's gonna be in the next whatever one. Which they already, for some reason, allowed spoilers to be released on that, but whatever. Yeah, it did look great. It did. Okay, let's see. We have a couple little quick hits that I'm gonna touch on before we move on to RE Requiem, Resident Evil Requiem 9, which I said that backwards. Resident Evil 9. Whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm kind of tired today. I had a long night. I couldn't fall asleep after my stream with Vara last night, so I was up watching Boardwalk Empire. Staccato. Holy moly. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. I bet you I could get another emote on there now. I'll have to look after the stream. Thank you so much. Hold on.
Groovy.
Thank you so much. Oops, I almost hit it again. I got so excited I almost hit the button again. Thank you, Staccato, and welcome in new potatoes. Enjoy your emotes. I just put a new X-Ray Girl and Disparu one. And I'm working on a couple of like me and my cosplays. So there's gonna be new emotes coming very soon. Very, very soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Staccato. Oh wait, you know what? I did have one more Spider-Man topic to bring up. Good morning, Staccato. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. 6 upcoming Spider-Man projects. Spider Noir, which, thanks to Mo, I figured out how I'll be able to do a watch party for that on Patreon. So thanks, Mo. The first episode, probably, I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole series because I don't know. We'll at least watch the first episode together over there. If you guys would like. So make sure you join the Patreon. There's free content over there, but then there's also membership stuff. This stuff has to go behind a paywall, but I made the price low because I know not everyone can afford a lot. So the price is very low for my members for, the watch parties and stuff. So look out for that. We already did Spider-Man. The next one's going to be Hook and then Spider-Man 2 because I did some polls over there and yeah. But when Spider Noir comes out, we'll watch the first episode together. I think that'd be fun. So we've got Spider Noir, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Spider-Man Season 2. I didn't watch Season 1 of that. I wonder if it's worth checking out. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which how long have we been waiting for that? Like this is when did the second one come out? It's been a while. Spider-Punk, the animated movie, and then Spider-Gwen. I'm not like particularly excited for the bottom two. I'll watch them. They could be really good. Um I do like Haley Steinfeld who does the voice for Gwen too. So, supporting her would be nice. Everyone get out and buy Daughter's Revenge. Yes. Odyssey. Yes. It's almost done. Well, I'll touch on that in a second for my friends there because their book is going to be off not for sale soon. I think it's in a couple of days actually. But yeah, thank you for dropping the Patreon link, Mongoose. Make sure you're over there. Like I said, it's free to join. I do free stuff over there as well as like paid member content. So I'm trying to build a nice little community over there. We have fun. But yes, Daughter's Revenge. My friends, Jay Drunk 3PO and X-Wing wrote this graphic novel, and it's I haven't gotten to read it yet, even though I'm in it. I'm in it. Like they have my likeness in it, so like I'm famous. I'm kidding, but no, my likeness is in it, and I can't wait to see it. I've seen what I look like in it, so that's pretty cool. But I haven't been able to read the story. But thank you, Mongoose. You beat me to it. I was just gonna drop that there. There's the Daughter's Revenge link. Thank you. Let's see here. Thank you again for the 20 gifties, Staccato. MTV Steve's been a member for 27 months. As good a time as any. Yay, potatoes. That's right, Steve. And Spider has been a member for 9 months. As the biggest Bond fan ever, I reject the idea of Jacob Elordi. I'm sorry, Spider. Yeah, I know some people aren't happy about it. But if you want to look at the bright side, at least it's a man. That's what I keep saying. At least they didn't make it a female. And I think he's a good actor, so I'm not the biggest Bond fan though. But gonna give him a chance and see what he could do. He might surprise us. Or it might be awful. And I'll be like, well, at least we gave him a chance. I don't know. I feel like with things nowadays, like taking these franchises and continuing them or redoing them, whatever, like it's very, I want to say it's hit or miss, but it's mostly been miss. So yeah, I know, right? It's not a woman. So we can be happy about that. And speaking of, hold on, where did that go? Speaking of hit or misses, this one was a hit. Vera and I will be reviewing not next week because there's not going to be a Vera and Virtue on this upcoming Wednesday. We're missing a week, but we will be playing Reanimal Thursday. So in a week, next Thursday, to make up for missing a Vera and Virtue show, we'll be playing Reanimal, both of us on both of our channels. So look out for that. And then the following week, we're going to be reviewing this. since the final episode airs this Sunday, which I caught up really fast. I wasn't watching it as they dropped. I was probably like 4 episodes behind, 3 or 4 episodes behind. I'm caught up now though, and I gotta tell you, even if you're not a Game of Thrones fan, you can watch this. If you're not a Game of Thrones fan, you can watch this. There's little nods and Easter eggs like the houses and the families and stuff. So, but you could watch this without any knowledge of Game of Thrones and enjoy it. It's a very different pace. I'm enjoying it a lot. Um, then it looks like they have 4 or 5 seasons that are gonna be happening, and I mean, I hope they continue with the formula. So, I haven't read the books. Vera said that this is so close to the novel that the only thing that she had to critique about it was one scene in particular, and the creators actually apologized for not including it. It was like an oversight on their part. And she sent me a picture of the novel, like so I could see what she was talking about. She's a big fan of this. So here's hoping that they continue with what they're doing because people are liking this. This is actually refreshing in the Game of Thrones universe to see this, like this just noble man. His name is Dunk, and he's just good. You know, if you've seen Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, everyone's just slitting each other's throats and backstabbing. That's what Game of Thrones is. This isn't that. He's a knight and he's very, like I said, noble and proper, and you just root for him. You can't help but root for him. That's it. So A Knight of Seven Kingdoms showrunner Ira Parker says his goal with the series is to follow Dunk and Egg's entire lives, 4 to 5 seasons with Egg as a child, return 10 years later for 4 to 5 seasons with Egg as a prince, return another decade later for 4 to 5 seasons with Egg as an adult. It would be over the course of their lifetime and mine too. So this is going to be long, but you know what? I'm here for it. As long as they continue, I hate that we have to say that because and also thank you for the raid. I saw someone said there was a raid. Thank you so much. I was in the middle of my rant, so I forgot to thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. And the casting is great. You know what? I was gonna touch on that. When did it start happening that we had such short seasons? Maybe we're spoiled, and maybe this is why older shows get popular because they've gone to streaming now. Like for an example, like a CW show or something where there's so many seasons and all like a lot of episodes. This is only 6 episodes. This show is so good. There's only 6 episodes. Like I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. The finale is coming up and it's only episode 6. What? Like what happened to getting 15, 20 episodes of a series? Like I know it's been that way for a while now, but because I like this show so much, I'm like, give me more. Give me more. Well, Last Boy Scout, it's okay. You don't have to watch. But I appreciate your viewership anyways. Thanks for the bump in numbers. This was so good though. So if you aren't into Game of Thrones, I suggest at least checking out A Knight of Seven Kingdoms. I think you'll like it. It's just a good medieval show. Check it out. All right, on to my favorite topic today, which it actually, don't worry, no spoilers for RE9. I am, avoiding them myself. So, but there's been leaks. Capcom is really like cracking down. I was kind of careful with what I put in my title because I don't want them to think. I mean, I think they go through and look kind of, but you can't really trust the AI with that. So, here we go. It's okay. We like our hate watchers over here too. You guys got to get some kind of entertainment, right? So, Leon and Grace figures are at the IGN store. I don't know if I want Grace. I guess I have to play as her first to see, to see if I'm interested in her character enough. I hope that she is written well and she becomes like a, big part of the series and maybe get more games with her because I just love Resident Evil, so I want more. Leon, I'm probably going to get the Leon figure. I think so. I have no Leon figures. Crazy. So this was what I actually want to talk about. Early copies of Resident Evil Requiem have been glimpsed in the wild, meaning it is now time to take action to avoid spoilers. Fans have warned. That's crazy. 2 weeks. It's basically, I mean, because the copies came out a few days ago, I think. So basically 2 weeks before it releases, there's already spoilers, which sucks. Guys, Duck Leon's not hurt. Is he a figure? He's a plushie. He's not a figure. He's a plushie. Don't worry. He knows he's appreciated. I love Duck Leon. I know. We've got Duck Leon. Here you go. Here you go, guys. Hold on. He's watching. But that's kind of crazy and it sucks. I had to tell a couple of my friends who aren't really online that much and they didn't know about it. I'm like, be careful. Don't watch any videos that have Resident Evil 9 or Resident Evil Requiem in the title right now. You might want to wait until you start playing the game. And they're like, why? It's like in the group chat. I'm like, well, the game's been leaked early. And they're like, no. I'm like, that's why I'm letting you guys know because you could be like, oh, let's look at this trailer or like, Easter egg breakdown of a trailer. And you think that's what it is, but it's not. So be careful. Avoid the spoilers, guys. Yeah, there's going to be an amiibo. I don't know if I'm going to get that because I already have it. Thank you, Jim, for on Steam because that's how I prefer to get my games unless it's like a game that I love, like an older game or, something like that. I'll have like the physical copy, but I don't like to have like a lot of clutter. So if it's a game that I beat and I'm not going to play it again, I don't need a physical copy of it. But however, games like this, like I have physical copies of like Red Dead Redemption. I've got my old copies of that. This I would get a physical copy, but it would be for PlayStation, especially if I can get my hands on that cool cover that I think is only available on Amazon in the UK. It's so cool. So I won't buy it for Switch. I won't play it for Switch 2. It's just not. I'm just not gonna get it. But the amiibo, maybe. I mean, hey, you can get the amiibo and you don't need to, I know people that collect amiibos, so it's maybe just because it's Leon. And then what's this here? Just for funsies, we'll look at this. This is something from. It's just showing like a little bit of gameplay. I won't put the sound on. We'll just kind of react to it. Actually, you know what? It's from State of Play, by the way, so don't worry. It's not a spoiler. Let me reshare so that we can get the sound for this.
We're running out of time.
Nah, but we knew, right? They were showing
Why me?
pictures of Leon with like the stuff on his neck. So we're like, we already know he's
Settled on a
infected.
person of interest.
I wouldn't say that was like a huge spoiler that they released at State of Play.
Because my master made you who you
This game is going to be good, guys. It's going to be so good.
Raccoon City was where it all began for me.
I'm coming with you.
we can talk.
That outfit, the new outfit, so good.
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
Just them talking about it. There's a few. Oh nope, here we go. A little bit more.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Is that Rebecca? I
Yeah.
don't think so. Oh, so the gaming schedule is going to be booked next week. This comes out February 27th. I'm going to be playing it. I'll be playing it Friday morning, and then I got stuff I got to do. So mild break in the afternoon, then I'll be coming back at night to play it again. Honestly, I'm probably going to have this done like within a week because this is going to be the only game that I'm playing because I just gotta. I will absolutely beat it on my first try. Absolutely. First time for all the bosses and everything. It's 1 week, guys. 8 days the game comes out. I can't freaking wait. I haven't been this hyped for a game in a long time. And just while we're touching on the Resident Evil news, look how cool this is. How come we don't get this stuff in America? Resident Evil Requiem merch in Tokyo. Capcom store in Tokyo. Can we have one in the US, please? Like, this stuff is cool. I'd get all of it. I'd get it all. There's a little bit of Resident Evil music playing, but it's okay. Like, I would just get it all just 'cause it's cool. They have candy and stuff. This is awesome. Look at that. Look how cute that is. I'm not like super into plushies. You guys know this, but there's the odd one that I do like. Um, how cute is that? And he looks mad. I think is there like a Claire next to him or something? I don't know. I see like the red there. Probably not. But how cute is that? I love it. And it'll be online. I'm sure I can find it somewhere, but I wish they would do like some kind of pop-up store. What's up, Grabthar? Maybe Ada. Yeah, I'll say Claire or Ada because it was red. Um, like some kind of pop-up Capcom store to like promote would be amazing. And they would make a lot of money. Yeah. What do we have here? Oh yeah, there's still 2 more. Listen, it's a hot Resident Evil day. Looks like Eric Cartman. Um, Apparently, and now I don't know if this is just a rumor or not, but I hope they do it because I played Resident Evil 3, the remake, and I enjoyed it, but I was told that they cut out some really good stuff, and that stinks. I would have loved to get the whole story, but for some reason they decided to cut a big chunk of it out. But Resident Evil 3 Remake Last Escape mod aims to restore cut content and add new features. The mod restores cut content like the clock tower and park areas while adding new playable locations such as Uptown, Cemetery, RPD, and a disused plant. It also features expanded levels, fresh nemesis fights, new puzzles, rework crafting, and ink ribbon saves. That is, yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Mods. They try to ban mods, and it's like, don't do that. Just if you're not gonna give us what we want, let us make what we want. How about that? I don't get why they cut so much out of that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like if you're gonna remake it, give us. And this was after 2, which was arguably the best remake they've done. That's my favorite. I haven't played the original. I plan on it, but Resident Evil 2 remake is my favorite Resident Evil game. It's so good, and everyone says they did. They just remade the original, which is what makes sense. Um, so I'm here for it. And then before we move on from Resident Evil, we've got Zach Kreger, director of Weapons and Barbarian, was given complete carte blanche to do whatever he wanted with the Resident Evil franchise. So that makes me nervous. I know Vera and I talked about this last night on our show, but this does make me nervous. However, I think Zach Kreger does a very good job with his, he did Weapons and Barbarian were great. Now Barbarian, I can't watch that again because, just for reasons, but it wasn't a bad movie. It was just a one-time watch for me though. Weapons, I could watch that again. It's fine. Uh, so yeah, I think that he could handle it properly. I just wish that he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you the characters you want and what the fans have been asking for years. But it doesn't necessarily mean like if he adds to it and makes it better, like maybe adds a little more to the story, or I don't know. I don't think that he's actually going to be using like Leon, Jill, Claire. I think it's just going to be another story set in the Resident Evil universe, which it could be great. There's so much that you can do with like apocalyptic zombies. It's been told so many times, but I think Zach Kreger will probably handle it pretty well. I just wish we were getting a true to the story of the characters we like adaptation. We could get it. Maybe he's being quiet, hush hush about that so that people don't blow it out of proportion and get all upset, which is fair. I will go see it when it drops. I like Zach Kreger. He's good. So when it comes to like horror and thrillers, I prefer either like a thriller or kind of like a dark comedy horror or like the classic slasher films, stuff like that. I'm not into heavy gore. Like you guys know, I can't stand the Terrifier movies. I watched the first one and I was just disgusted by it, and I will never watch another one. Like I just am not into it. I know it's very popular and people really like it, but I'm not into gore just for the sake of gore. Like there needs to be a good story when I'm watching. So Zach Kreger does a good job. He has some scenes like in Barbarian that you're like, oh my gosh, but like the story was good. So that's he gave me what I wanted with that. But if you haven't seen Weapons or Barbarian, if you like thrillers, I would give it a go. Requiem live action trailer would work as a movie. I know that trailer was so good. Um, Oh, so good. And it made me want a series like that. Like how they did with Last of Us, right? Like say what you want. I wasn't into it because I can't stand Pedro Pascal for one, but two, it's the second game ruins the story, right? So it's like I wasn't interested. I did watch the first season of The Last of Us just to check it out, and the effects, the cinematography, that was all well done. So if we could get something like that with like Resident Evil, follow different families or different solo people that are like just navigating through Raccoon City and trying to live, or it could be a side story somewhere else because Resident Evil isn't only in Raccoon City. But what's up, JB? A series would be great. It would, but sadly, I feel like we're never gonna get that. Okay, moving forward, there's a couple casting announcements that are confirmed. I think Jacob Elordi probably will be Bond because he was offered it, and I think on his part it would be kind of silly to turn it down. Like he's hot right now, women like him. You might get women watching more Bond because of it, you know. But we'll see. But this has actually happened. McKenna Grace has been cast as Daphne in Netflix's live action Scooby Doo series. I think she'd play a good Daphne. She's pretty. So we'll see. We'll see how it go. I don't know who's handling it, like who's directing it, what company is producing it, but you know, uh this so far I like that. They, aren't going with some like butchy, ugly chick. So, and again, we're getting a win there. You can't let me just work and lurk. The movie is called Terrifier for a reason. Its intent is to leave you disgusted. Understand, Risk It. I know you like it, Risk It, but I don't like it. I don't like the story. But it's okay. You're not alone. A lot of people like it. Um, well, you know how they are, JB. They already did actually the live action with Sarah Michelle Gellar did fantastic. So I don't know. Like we don't need it, but because that did so fantastic, you know what they gotta do? They gotta beat the dead horse. They gotta revive everything that dies. We'll see. We'll see how it is. That's all I have to say about certain things. Like, of course, there's things coming out that I'm not saying we'll see. I know it's gonna suck. Like the Buffy reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it. I don't want it. You guys know that, but it is what it is. What do we have here? I have like a bunch of little like side topics. Oh, no love for Lizzo. Well, in another world, she might have been Daphne. Mark Hamill has been cast in the Batman Part 2. Who do you think he's gonna play, guys? If they cast him, did they already hold on, I only watched the first the Batman once. Didn't they have, a Joker, like, in a cell at the end? It wasn't Barry Keoghan, was it? I can't remember, I gotta rewatch it. Clock King? So, I know he's not gonna be Joker, that would be a bad move, he's kinda too old. It was Barry Keoghan, right? I thought so, it's been so long, I watched it when it first came out on, streaming, I think HBO or something. It was Barry. Okay, I thought so. The Trickster, maybe, that's a good one. The Mayor, possibly. I did watch The Penguin. Yeah, I love The Penguin. That was my favorite show of last year. So, yeah, I think he's gonna play a villain, but they might throw, like, a curveball at us and make him, like, the mayor or something. He could do an old Joker, he's got the voice. Well, we know he's got the voice, absolutely. Another universe, something might wanna catch. Oh my gosh. Good for nothing tricksters. Horrible Joker at the end. Make him Alfred's butler? I hope he's just cameoing as Mark Hamill. Ventriloquist would be awesome. Yeah. So listen, we talked about this last night. We had Brett on Vera and Virtue. And I agree. Like you guys already know my stance on this, where like if the actor is a Looney Tune, but they're a good actor or they're in work that I enjoy, I can separate it. Like if they just have bad takes, like politically and social or whatever, but like Mark Hamill is like straight up a Looney Tune in real life. Okay, we know this, but I love the Joker. I like Luke Skywalker. He's in the regular show. He's done just so many. Um, he has so many iconic roles. Like I know the Joker and Luke are obviously top, right? So I can still watch stuff that he's in because I think he's a good actor. Like, Pedro Pascal, he annoys me. He's a Looney Tune. I don't think he's a fantastic actor. So when he's put on something, I'm like, eh. He's not the worst actor, but I think he's definitely overhyped. So we'll see. We'll see who the cast. I'm getting a bit more worried now that Vera had to put this into my head. All these like high level celebrities that they're bringing on is worrying me about like the actual production value that we're gonna get because they're gonna have to spend so much on these actors. But fingers crossed, it's good. I gave the original like the Batman 8 out of 10. I didn't hate that one. I know a lot of people were not super happy with it, but I feel like overall it didn't get like the super low score. It was generally liked. I know Vera loved it and she's really looking forward to this. Now Penguin, that was 10 out of 10 for me. That was so good. I'm worried about season 2 because I'm like, are they gonna keep that, same momentum? Are they gonna keep the story flowing the way they did? I don't know. And I do think that Batman Part 2, a big reason why there's been so many delays. Like, we're getting 2 Superman movies before we get the second Batman movie. Crazy. But I do think that the success of Penguin has something to do with that. Like, maybe they wanted to write Colin Farrell's Penguin into it more because it did so well. It makes sense, but that's just what I think. One of the reasons. Yeah, exactly. See? You get what I'm saying? Strengthened the Batman. Yeah. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Penguin, chef's kiss. It was fantastic. So they probably want more Penguin in Batman too. It would make sense. And another casting, not rumor, but Kristen Bell has been cast as Amy Rose in Sonic 4. I think she's got the voice for it. I think it's a good fit. If you don't, you guys gotta know who Kristen Bell is. I feel like she's done quite a few things, but something that she's very known for, like voice-wise, was the voice behind Gossip Girl, which in the early 2000s was iconic. She's got the voice for it, I think. So I'm happy. Whatever they do with Sonic, I'm happy with. They do a good job with these castings, like for the voices, and so good. I'm on board with this. Good choice. Just like Keanu as Shadow, great. They know what they're doing. I'm anything they do, yeah. Um, Personal opinion, I don't think second season is needed of the Penguin. I don't disagree with that, but it's probably gonna happen because it did so well. I also don't. People were talking about how they want a Sophia Falcone series. I don't, because I don't want them to mess up the character. I like her the way she is. Do you wanna be a hedgehog? Um Yeah. I like that casting, yeah. So, yeah, I liked the casting that they did for all of them. The Knuckles series was definitely not great. It was weird. They were saying it was, like, budget reasons why they didn't have as much Knuckles, and it's like, "Okay, then how about you just don't make it? Or do, like, a 2-episode miniseries or something where just mostly Knuckles," because when people watch a Knuckles show, they want Knuckles. I also look at it, I feel like some of these kids shows get, like, a bit too heavily critiqued by adults, for, like, the silly, campy, like, dad humor that gets thrown into some of it, and Knuckles had a lot of that, but there's things, like, I'm watching as an adult now, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay," like, didn't make me laugh, but 10-year-old me would've definitely laughed at it, so I try to look at it that way, but Knuckles, my critique on that was that there just wasn't enough Knuckles. It was, what's his face? I can't remember his name. It was more his show. But yeah, I should have brought this one up before we left Game of Thrones talk, but it's fine. I think there might be a teaser up, but I'm not gonna play it. I'm not sure how HBO is. I don't want to get any hits this week, but season 3 teaser tomorrow. I can't believe that they're making us wait 2 years for House of the Dragon season 3. What's up, Blue Eyed Scorpio? Yeah, they should have you're right, Morgan, they should just made a Sonic, or sorry, a Knuckles movie. Makes sense. Um, I I liked season 2 of House of the Dragon. Season 1 was better. I think they had a little bit too much, like, filler, in my opinion, for House of the Dragon season 2, but that was, like, a writing issue, like, there's a strike and whatever, so it is what it is. But it should have been way more iconic and epic than it was. So not only did we get a bit more of a lackluster season compared to 1 anyways, then they make us wait 2 years for season 3. Like, I hate how they are with the TV shows these days. We get less and it takes longer to produce. And I'm like, what is happening? I feel like Stranger Things is partly to blame for that too, right? Like, 'cause they 2 years between a season and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, let's just do that." No, don't do that. I don't want that actually. But let's on a better note here, shark photographer Ewan Ranchan, yeah, not gonna didn't say that right, recreated the Jaws movies poster with a real great white shark. That's cool, and that's iconic. We need a drinking game for every time because it's iconic. Now I'm gonna say it more. Uh, I'll make sure I say it quite often on Saucy, since everyone's getting saucy there anyways. But this is cool, isn't it? Scary. I'm guessing he was like scuba diving. I'd be terrified. Oof. This is what I say exactly. That's what I mean. Like it's a cool picture, but you ain't catching me anywhere near deep waters like that. I had the irrational fear as a kid. If I was in like 6 feet deep water, I'm like, this is it. Like Jaws is coming for me. I'm dying and like panicking to hurry up and get to the edge. Oh, but yeah, cool picture. Terrifying moment, but maybe not. Some people are fine with doing that stuff. Like they go up to lions and take pictures and stuff. Like, not me, man. No, I like to live. Let me replay this out. This is cute. I kind of let me refresh this. I kind of want one. This is coming next month. I mean, I kind of want one, but I don't need one. So, did you guys see this? Hatching Yoshi is our whole personality until further notice. Look at how cute for kids though, too. Like how cute is this? Kids that love Mario? That's adorable. A little hatching Yoshi. I would have loved this as a kid. Tiger shark more likely to get you. Well, you know what? Just sharks in general, Gnomesky. I'm out. No, thank you. Sometimes they go up on the beach. Like I live in Florida, and I'm like, I'll get in there, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't go any deeper because sometimes they come up close and I get scared, But yeah, this is cool. Maybe I'll get the Yoshi egg. It's cute. 5-year-old me, see, Risk It gets it. Mongoose says you could keep saying iconic on Saucy and see how long it takes for Disfru to say something. I love how you say Disfru. We know it like actually it'll probably just be like iconic. Like she'll repeat it. And Disfru will be like, why do you keep saying that? And meanwhile, the chat is wasted 5 minutes into the show. Oh, I love it. But yeah, speaking of that, don't forget there's emotes. I got a Disparu and X-ray emote. They're so cute. Disparu's is hilarious with the little squirrel. I loved it. Love it, love it. Okay. What do we have here? Now this made me sad. Maybe I should have saved the Yoshi egg for after this for a little like day brightener. But Jane Bayer has sadly passed away at the age of 91. She was an animator on Sleeping Beauty, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Rescuers, Beauty and the Beast, Pete's Dragon, and The Black Cauldron. All very iconic. No, but seriously, amazing movies. Beauty and the Beast and Sleeping Beauty are probably two of the most beautiful Disney films. I would say for me, Beauty and the Beast is number one for as far as like beauty. Like, I mean, obviously Beauty and the Beast, but just like that opening scene every time, gorgeous. And it's sad to see this. She was 91, so she lived a long, good life. Good for her. God bless her. Um, but it's sad to see because I mean, Disney doesn't do the old animation anymore, unfortunately, which I miss it so much. The old 2D was just gorgeous, and this what they do now it just doesn't compare at all. Risk it. But it's she was a very good animator, yeah. Very good. Roger Rabbit is a classic, absolutely. So rest in peace, Jane Bayer. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. It looks like it's Bayer. One of the greats that gave a lot of our childhoods a lot of magic. Let's see. And speaking of, rest in peace, since we're on that topic, James Vanderbeek does have one more role coming out. I wasn't aware that he was even still working when he was sick, but I guess he was. James Vanderbeek's final film role is revealed in the trailer for The Gates, where he plays an evil pastor named Jacob. The upcoming thriller will be released in theaters March 13th, so very soon. Yeah, less than a month away. I'll go see it. I mean, I'm sure his family's making money off of it, which is good because I know that he was like severely in debt and people came together and really helped out his family. 6 kids, God bless them. Like, man, what a big family. And he was way too young. So sad. Okay, you know what? We're going to end on a funny note. This cracked me up. I think it's old and you guys might have already seen it, but let's laugh. I think we should laugh. And as somebody who worked in a pizzeria for years, what did Ian do? Mongoose. Thank you. I wish that it would pop up and show me. I hate that Kick doesn't do that on StreamYards, but it is what it is. Thank you, Ian, for the 5,000 kicks over on Kick. Hold on. Hold on. I got something for you. I never can make it in time. I need to make that longer. Thank you, Ian. All right. So this guy, listen, you see some stuff working at a pizzeria, okay? And the drivers definitely see more. So I've heard stories and I've seen stuff myself, but drivers, the pizza guy only had to deliver the pizza, but he also came with the tea. So just listen, this is funny. Let's just laugh, huh? I didn't even like it.
You say my name?
I did. I had to because I was like, he's like, is this? You're at the wrong house. I'm like, Farmington. He goes, yeah, and he goes, dude, I didn't order pizza. I go, okay, well, this has already happened today, and so you sure like someone didn't leave and like they're gonna be back, and like then the girl comes and she goes, well, is there a name with the order? And I go, yeah, of course, there's always a name. So Deanna. And she's like, that's his ex-girlfriend. Oh my God, is that because she saw you today?
What?
Yeah, that's what she said.
He's so into
the drama continues.
He's all in it. That's what makes it funny is that he's so invested.
This is how this day has gone. Today's my last day at Guida's. I swear I fell in the shop. I cut my hand open. I've been to 2 wrong addresses.
Here, let me take this.
Yeah, you better.
You want a drink? You want to come take a shot?
Oh my God, that would be amazing. But thank you. I appreciate it. Who's winning the game?
That was I love how he was like, yes, like he was all in for the tea. Oh my gosh. Master Austin with a $50. I don't think I've ever gotten a $50 super sticker. What is it? Oh, it's one of the pair on a rocket. Thank you. I don't think I've ever gotten that before. Thank you so much, Master Austin. Here, what do we have for you? Let's do Bangarang. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that was my first $50 super sticker, so I appreciate that. Thank you. He should have taken the day out. I know, right? Bummer. Make the movie Hollywood Pizza Divorce. He definitely got some joy from that. Like I said, like working in food industry, like you see and you hear some stuff, man. It's wild. It's just wild. But guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I know these Wicked Worlds seem to go by so fast. Lately, I know I only do like an hour, but thank you, Master Austin. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. But look out for very soon, once I get my schedule fixed, there's going to be twice a month a late night show that I'm going to be doing. I think it's going to start at 11 for me, 11 p.m. Eastern. So I think that's going to work out for some of you across the pond, that it's like Keely said it was 1 a.m. for him. Thank you for watching. So maybe my late night one will be a better fit for you. But that's just, we're going to laugh at stuff and just have fun. It's going to be good. I have a lot of plans for that. So just look out for that. It's going to be a good time. Let's see. Vera's not live till later, but just go over there and please go give Vera some love. She played Relooted for you guys. So she's not live for a little bit, but just hop over there and give her some likes and some hearts in the chat. For me, I would appreciate it. Now, tonight, I may go live again tonight and play a game. I'm not sure yet. I still have to finish Donkey Kong Bonanza. Resident Evil 7's done. If you missed that stream, I do have a playlist of the whole game. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I enjoyed it a lot. I cannot wait for 9. I was hoping that I would finish 7 in time to play 8 before 9 comes out, but it's not going to work. So I'll just be playing little, whatever. We'll just be having fun with gaming for the next week until Friday when Resident Evil 9 comes out. But you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for everything, for all the love today. And I will see you later, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Bye.